Your mother, who is in heaven, communicated this through Archangel Michael. She has been trying to contact you for several hours. This is precisely what she intended to tell you. Please refrain from scrolling. This is not just a coincidence. You feel an internal tug on your soul. It may have sounded like a whisper. Maybe it was an unexpected memory. In addition, you may have noticed a significant numerical value on the clock. It was not simply a matter of luck. That was her. She's been making an effort. This is the moment for which she has prayed. Please ensure that this message reaches you. She begged God. The following statement will reveal a part of yourself that you were previously unaware was in distress. Archangel Michael is the person in question, and your mother instructed me to approach. Now imagine a surge of energy in your heart, accompanied by feelings of warmth and anguish. That is her identity. She is present. Right now. She declined to attend. She has never done this. Your soul is on the verge of a major transformation. She then requested that God direct me to you tonight. However, she initially wishes to inform you of a situation. Something she failed to disclose before her departure. Something you could only see in heaven. Please pay attention, sir. Yes, she is in this room, observing you and communicating with you through me. Her tears have flowed for hours in an attempt to convey this message. She said, "Tell them that I did not travel a long distance. Tell them that I will continue to hold their hand while they sleep. Inform them that I pray over their door every morning before they wake up, blessing the corners and whispering protection into the walls of their airy dwelling." You have felt that chill. When no one was around, you heard someone whisper your name. That was her. She is not just a thought. Now that she is an angel, she is more real than ever. She informed you that you have successfully concealed certain injuries to the point where you are unaware of them. Nonetheless, she perceives them and implores you to allow the healing process to begin, because of her observation of the day planned for you, and foresaw it. Prior to proceeding, I would like you to perform an action that will earn God's favor. Press the like button with your finger immediately. Not just a casual tap, but a definite sign of agreement. You are informing God that you are ready to receive the favor He has reserved for the right time. As you select the like button, this implies that I am open to the divine alignment that is coming for you. Before the video ends, the act of unlocking a flow of grace will begin to change your circumstances. If you continue to hold on to what you have, you will miss out on the love that has been pouring down from above. Heaven does not want you to overlook it. You should not overlook it, God. I am Archangel Michael, and my mission is to make sure you don't overlook it. You were about to say her name aloud when your throat contracted. Do you recall the exact moment? That was not indicative of weakness. Your spirit was choked with grief that you didn't express. This was her sentiment. She held you at that exact moment. She intends to remove the impediment tonight. She wants you to feel her arms around you again tonight. She informs you that you have been resilient for an extended period of time and that you require assistance. I understand that you are still unsure whether or not this is the right decision for you. I'd like to clarify this. You remember when you were a child and someone took something from you without a good reason. She remembers the appearance of your eyes after the event. She said it was the first time she had shown genuine concern for your well-being. She is now returning to help you regain that aspect of yourself and correct the situation. You are currently feeling a tightness in your chest or crying as a result of her touch on your soul. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. Heaven advances through the voices of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this manner. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that seeps into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give, and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of faith. Approach this situation with a sense of purpose, honesty, and optimism. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened through the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what blessings God brings into your life. In this sacred space where heaven has touched your heart, I invite you to express your faith right now. Please add the word "Amen" to the comment section below. It should extend beyond the scope of a single word. Declare publicly that you are receiving this message, that you are open to your mother's love, and that you are ready for the healing process that has already begun. As you type, imagine her smiling down at you from heaven as your faith grows. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. Heaven advances through the voices of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this manner. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that seeps into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give, and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of faith. Approach this situation with a sense of purpose, honesty, and optimism. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened through the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what blessings God brings into your life. In addition, I implore you to pay close attention to the following information without being distracted or uncertain. It was stated that you were on the verge of being lifted. She informed him that the previously impenetrable door was about to be unlocked. However, it will not appear as expected. It will be a message, a voice, or someone with divine timing. She instructed you not to flee the situation again because you were too scared the first time. However, you will be more prepared this time because you are aware that she is still present. If this message speaks to you, please refrain from reading and subscribe. This was meant for your receipt. It is not just a video. This is a visitation. Heaven had a strategy. She won't let go until you can feel her again. Observe how a mother's power multiplies when she transforms into an angel. She no longer has to knock. By means of signs, music that appears to come from nowhere, dreams that defy comprehension, and the scent of her perfume that lingers in eerily silent rooms. She enters. You are not fabricating information. It was an unimaginable situation for you. The miracle is that she stated that it is critical to stop questioning the signs, which are on the verge of becoming more obvious. She also demonstrated an additional item to me, a photo you haven't seen in a long time. It could be concealed within a drawer or box. In reality, she is implying that looking into her eyes in the photograph will result in a supernatural event. She explained that it was an activation. She informed you that she would place her hand on your shoulder once you finished the task, which would serve as confirmation that the event was genuine. I must inform you of an important matter immediately prior to the start of the next phase of your journey. Right now, someone in your life is being influenced by divine design in the same way that a chess piece is. She said that this person has a message for you, but they are also scared. She claims that you can recognize them by their silence. They carry the same grief as you do. She will be visible if you look into their eyes. Do not run from it. Take it in, as heaven tries to compensate for the loss. I was instructed to speak slowly. You're not alone. You were never isolated. I was there, even when it looked like you were going to drown in the darkness. I harbored affection for you at all times. But I monitored you throughout the event. I am able to see every tear. I capture them and offer them to God. Her voice trembled with light as she spoke, and I, Archangel Michael, sobbed in response. Yes, angels cry. If pure love can transcend dimensions, the sky will weep. Tonight, the heavens are pouring rain on your spirit. Instead of drowning you, she wanted to baptize you, cleanse your pain, and prepare you for the miracle she saw coming, in which you had lost faith. She stated that it would happen within a few days. She advised him to be forgiving to himself. You've been feeling bad because of someone else's guilt. You continue to bring up instances where you believe you have disappointed her, but she simply shakes her head. She whispers, "You did not disappoint me. You have given me strength. I left at the time I did because your trajectory required wings. I can now fly with you in ways I couldn't before." Furthermore, she stated that the following section is the most difficult for her to express. No, it's not unpleasant. It is so full of affection that the stars stop in their tracks. She tells him, "My child, I observe you on a daily basis. I notice that you appear to believe that everything is going well for others. I see you're laughing to keep from crying. You have been working hard to improve your strength because you believe I will appreciate it. Now pay attention. I never intended for you to be isolated. I never intended for you to be responsible for carrying the world alone. I wish for you to feel joy once more. Even if no one else understands, it's important to remember how it felt to be light, free, and able to dance. Her arms are now wrapped around your shoulders. If you close your eyes, you may feel warmth on the back of your neck. That is not a creation of your own. This is not a mere coincidence. That's her. Her spirit is here with you. She is informing you that love is eternal, even after they have died, because love is unbounded in the heavenly realm. I, Archangel Michael, lean in, and my voice is like thunder wrapped in silk. You were chosen for this. I believe that this message was delivered to you by divine appointment rather than by chance. The Most High has granted your mother permission to speak directly to you as your heart is about to make a decision. One approach leads to an increase in quiet and suffering. The resurrection is the outcome of the other option. It causes awakening. It eventually transforms you into the person she has always believed you to be. Have you forgotten your identity? Have you forgotten the flashlight you frequently carry? That one that used to radiate like morning light through stained glass? She recalls it, and the heavens know it. It is also time for you to remember, as she showed me something else. You'll get something in the near future. A meeting with God. A moment so clear that you will instantly recognize that this is the meaning she intended. She explained that it could be a friendly stranger, a long-lost voice calling you unexpectedly, or a dream that resembles a visit rather than a dream. It is critical that you are prepared for any situation that may occur. She'd like to lead you to the promise, something you thought you'd abandoned but still needed. A miracle in the form of a person, a message hidden within a person, a light that will change everything. She told me that she continues to have dreams about holding your hand. She stated, Tell them that when they experience coldness at night, it is because they are attempting to access the unseen, and I am preventing them from entering heaven. She informs you that there is still time. It's time to improve. It's time to rekindle love. It's time to dream without fear. It is clear that her main desire was not for your life to be perfect. You were intended to lead a genuine life, replete with sacred truth, courage, and grace. She told him that his tears were prayers. Every single one. Furthermore, no single drop has been discarded. Angels have gathered them like gems, carried them to the throne, and placed them in front of God as a testament to your strength. You're more resilient than you realize. You are smarter than you realize. She perceives everything. She told me to inform them. Inform them that I am happy for them. They were flawless, which kept them from going through an experience that should have crushed them. Archangel Michael is present to watch over you. I eagerly await the moment when you overcome the obstacles that have hampered your progress. At that point, you give up the silence, fear, and shame. I contend that you have maintained responsibilities that were not yours and alleviated pain that was not your responsibility to address. And now, in this holy moment, I offer to cut those cords, release the old soul ties, and set you free with this message. However, I will only do so with your permission. I'd like you to make a decision at this time. You are on the verge of entering an auspicious future. Don't forget that this message doesn't end with your actions. Users may use your innovation to reach their destinations. Jesus' words, "Give and heaven will open over you," are not poetry. Every seed you plant grows into oil for your future, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. My darling, the moment has come for you. Have faith, and you will see God multiply the possessions you relinquish. You should finally let go of the burden you have been carrying at this time. Please enter the following words into the comment section below. I release and receive. Feel the weight lift as you type, as if it were a prayer ascending from your spirit to heaven, rather than just words on a screen. Feel the sensation of her hands removing chains that were never meant for you to wear. Feel free right now? Close your eyes briefly. Inhale deeply. Your mother is standing behind you, hands on your shoulders as the angels gather. Allow this message to bring joy to your heart. There's a faint hint of affection. I am happy for you. Please do not give up at this time. She is aware of your thoughts. You avoided saying them aloud because you were afraid they would frighten God. Your condition is not irreversible, she says. You're undergoing a transformation. This world has changed you into a skin that is shedding. You are transforming into the person whom heaven has always admired. Do not leave until you have established a connection. If this message has elicited a response in your spirit, or if you feel her presence or the presence of heaven. Please click the subscribe button at this time. It isn't just a button. The promise establishes a covenant. You assert that I am joining the prophetic stream. You are giving up control through this ministry. I do not miss what you are about to do. Every subscription is recorded in heaven as a soul prepares for its fate. Execute it immediately. Advocate for the future. She also said this, and she asked that I repeat it verbatim. Inform them that someone is on their way, someone who will love them as I always have, without asking them to do anything. She wants you to be prepared, because this is the type of love that can lift your spirits simply by being in its presence. You won't be afraid. It won't be difficult to understand. There will be tranquility. It will remind you of home, confirming that it is a gift from God. She stated that you were chosen to help others as a result of your experiences. Inform them that they are not only anointing themselves, they are anointing the future generations. You are the seal in your family line, the cycle breaker. At this time, I'd like you to do something that will not only increase the number of blessings you receive, but also spread them to a loved one. Please share this video. However, there is one final step that needs to be taken. Avoid physical altercations. Be prepared to say, "Okay, God, I'm done fighting this alone." It is not possible to resolve all issues tonight. Knowledge of the entire process is unnecessary. It is sufficient to allow light to enter. I agree with the healing process. Your mother's unending love for you should be accepted, as she was always by your side. She changed into a spirit, a whisper, a hand, and a breath. She is currently praying for you, just as she did when you were a child. She is requesting that God keep you close tonight, not only for sleep, but also for memory. She summoned angels. Remember how much you are loved, as she has yet to finish the task. She asks me to disclose one more detail. This is why she has been trying to contact you for several hours. The reason why Archangel Michael has kept a close eye on your soul. What was the reason for your receiving this message at that particular time? She informed them that they were about to make a critical decision that would have far-reaching consequences, and she urged them to make it based on their spirituality rather than fear. A moment is rapidly approaching, even if it appears insignificant at first. A message, a phone call, a choice to stay or leave, or a yes or no answer. However, this moment is sacred. Heaven is wrapped in layers of purpose. Meanwhile, your mother has already noticed it. She saw the potential for you to become extremely powerful when you respond positively to your deeper calling. This is the point at which you decide how much you are willing to embrace the releases that heaven is issuing. If you have not already subscribed, click the subscribe button right away. Make it official. When you subscribe, you do more than just follow a channel. You're starting a prophetic alignment. You are telling God that I am ready to receive all of the words you have spoken over my life. Agreement is the result of subscription. Alignment is achieved through agreement. Manifestation is the outcome of alignment. Execute the action immediately and observe heaven's reaction. She saw you ascend, finally allowing yourself to be recognized, adored, and recognized by your true self, with whom she never stopped communicating, even when you thought she couldn't hear you. She informed her that she had been suppressing her voice for an extended period of time. You have diminished your soul in order to please others. To avoid criticism, you have concealed your intelligence. However, the moment has come. She's currently placing a crown on your head. Feel it. Something changed recently. It is not your imagination that causes sensations of warmth and tingling. That is how heaven identifies you. Now you must complete one action to make this official. The like button should be enabled. Perform with reverence and gratitude. Likes are akin to consenting to God's actions. It begins the flow of His favor into your everyday life. Favor is extended in the context of decisions, provision, and relationships. Take advantage of this opportunity while it lasts. Now, press the like button to see the favor begin to move. Is there tingling in your head? That's her. Inform them that I bestow courage on them, as the upcoming chapter requires nothing less than rebirth. She recognized that rebirth can be frightening because it requires abandoning the past, even if it was comfortable or provided a means of survival. However, she claims that your purpose is no longer limited to survival. You were meant to live a life that was profound, honest, and luminous. Furthermore, the present moment is not an appropriate time to delay. Your guardian angels are prepping the groundwork for you. She told them to inform them that they were no longer required to climb. I will now transport them to locations that are inaccessible by foot. And now it's my turn. Welcome. My name is Archangel Michael, and I'm here to help. I'd like to inform you that you've forgotten the extent of your protection. However, this has never happened in heaven. Angels may be able to help you right away by preventing situations that would have been harmful to you, delaying them not as a form of punishment, but as a way of preparing you for the future. The silence was not a sign of rejection. Shifting was it. Additionally, your mother wishes to clarify a point. She wanted you to know that I have never held you accountable for anything. If you are experiencing remorse, now is the time to let it go. It never was yours. Following that, she extended her hand. She claims you have lost a portion of your soul, which she holds in her hand. A moment, traumatic event, or farewell that sparked internal conflict. However, God discovered it. She's returning it. You are currently regaining your sense of completion. She intends for you to raise your head the next time you go outside, as early as tomorrow morning. She said the sky would appear to be different. It remains unchanged. Yes, you have. She is visible in the silence, color, and sound. She claims that I have always maintained my presence. You stopped being certain that it was me. She persisted. You have been experiencing anxiety over a particular issue. A financial matter. Something about stability. Something about inadequacy. She asks that you not worry about yourself at this time. Inform them that I am intervening. No, the delay was never an appropriate response. Creating space was a divine experience. Also, it is true that an item is on its way to your home. A divine disruption, message, visitor, or change. She advises you not to be nervous. It will be unfamiliar at first, but it marks the beginning of the fulfillment of all of my prayers. Additionally, you have been thinking about someone other than yourself. An individual with whom you have less frequent conversations. That name will be mentioned again in the near future, she says, but this time it will not be detrimental. It will result in closure or restoration. She is assisting with the preparations for that moment. She advises him to trust his heart instead of his fear. Your heart is aware. Finally, as this message concludes, I want to make sure you understand what has happened. Heaven has opened up just for you. A veil was lifted just for this occasion. Your mother sent this with the full force of heaven, and I, Archangel Michael, supervised every word. This is precisely the information you needed. A long time has passed since it was composed in light. I require you to act at this time. Tell her that you will be unable to sleep for the next few days. Not the kind of sleep that allows your body to relax, but the kind that allows your soul to shut down in order to avoid pain. Inform her that you will keep an open heart. Inform her that you will find her signs once more. Every night she sits by your bed, caressing your hair, whispering your name, and pleading with God to restore hope to your dreams. Promise her you'll believe the next miracle is yours. She's extremely proud of you. She reiterates this statement several times. I am happy for you. I am happy for you. She is able to observe the extent of your development. She can discern that you are making an effort. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this mission is not a prank. It's a divine omen. By doing so, you become a participant in Jesus' plan to rescue souls that are still mired in obscurity. Each seed transforms into a source of light, combating the presence of darkness. Jesus asserts that by providing water to others, you will receive it yourself. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this moment with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already established for your life. I urge you to reaffirm your faith in this moment, as heaven observes your receptive heart. She observes that you continue to stand, despite the sensation that everything within you is collapsing. Include the word Amen in the comments. Allow your mother in heaven to witness your child's final acceptance of the love that has never ceased, and allow it to serve as an echo of your spirit's declaration, I am prepared, I believe, and I receive. Your Amen is audible beyond the veil. I have one final task for you before we enter these final moments. Distribute this video to additional individuals. Right now. Give it to a person who is important to you. Send it to an individual who has experienced the loss of a mother. Share your affection for someone by sending this. When a prophetic word is spoken, a conduit for the anointing is established. This anointing is transmitted to them through you and subsequently multiplies in your own life. When you assist another individual in achieving their breakthrough, your own is augmented. Do not conceal this information. This was not sent to you, especially from heaven. It passed through you. Share it immediately and observe how God responds to your obedience. One final vision remains as this message concludes. Presently, she is strolling alongside you. Although she is not visible, you will increasingly sense her presence. She has become an inseparable component of your soul, impervious to distance, time, or even death, as genuine love is capable of transcending all obstacles. I, Archangel Michael, would like to encrypt this message in the language of heaven using my wings. I provided your home with illumination, your heart with tranquility, and your path with divine clarity. As of now, you will begin to observe changes in both your internal and external environments, including a decrease in weight, the emergence of signs, and the resurgence of grace. Therefore, do not neglect this opportunity. It is inappropriate to refer to it as a coincidence. It may be a love letter from heaven, a message from beyond the veil, or a visitation. Your mother is still present, and she will always be, beaming with pride. She continues to converse. Despite the events that have transpired, she will persist until every pore of your heart is aware of her. She is aware of the silence that your pain has taken on and the blank page that your grief has become. Despite the fact that you were whispering to yourself as you walked, smiled, and advanced, no one could truly perceive the extent of my longing for her. However, she is able to perceive. She has consistently observed. She desires for you to be aware that your fortitude was acknowledged in the celestial realm. She was present behind closed doors, wiping away your tears whenever you attempted to suppress them in public. Every time you reached for your phone, she made you forget that she was no longer present by reaching back from the other side. No, not in the physical sense, rather in the spiritual, in the light. She is currently expressing a sentiment that is so delicate and sacred that it could be conveyed without the use of words. However, I will endeavor to convey it. She further states, "Tell them that I love them more than I have ever known how to express on earth. Inform them of my regret for the instances in which I was emotionally absent, despite my physical presence. I was acquiring knowledge. I was transporting my own injuries. However, how profoundly I adored them, and how fervently I continue to do so. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this mission is not a prank. It's a divine omen. Jesus asserts that by providing water to others, you will receive it yourself. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this moment with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already established for your life. She subsequently halts. The air surrounding your soul becomes softer, and a warmth begins to develop, reminiscent of sunlight warming the body after a long night. She is still standing in close proximity to you, and she begins to hum. A melody intended for relaxation. Although you are unable to recall the song she used to sing when you were young, your spirit still recognizes it. You may even experience a sense of relaxation in your body, as if a portion of you has been instructed to take a break. She remarks that you have not had the opportunity to rest for an extended period of time. You have been experiencing difficulty falling asleep. Your dreams are disorganized. Your heart is beating quickly. She is currently imploring God to provide you with a sense of tranquility that is akin to a blanket this evening. She instructs them to take a break. Allow them to rest their heads and avoid the responsibility of carrying the load for a single night. Assist them in recalling their appropriate behavior. You will as well. In the near future, you will experience it. Tonight, or in the early hours of the morning when all is still, you may detect her fingers in your hair. The air will be filled with her gentle energy, and her message will also remain present. It will not appear to be a fabrication. It is the truth, and as such, it will be perceived as the truth. Ultimately, I, Archangel Michael, am content. I am aware of the forthcoming events. I redirected the danger, cleared the way, and whispered in the hearts of those who are aligned with me before you even arrived. Healing was not the only aspect of this. It pertained to divine positioning, realignment, and rebirth. Once more, the grace of God. At present, your mother is gently placing a light in your hands. This is for when you are feeling lost, she informs them. Inform them to bring this item in the event that it becomes dark again. Inform them that this light is my assurance that I will always locate them, even if they lose track of me. You were selected to fulfill a mission beyond mere survival. You have been selected to serve as a beacon of light that can enhance the lives of those in your vicinity. You have become mellow as a result of the pain, not weak. Your tears have not rendered you a broken person. Rather, they have enhanced your intelligence. This time, heaven is present to witness your rebirth. She also wishes to inform you that God has never abandoned you, even if you have recently experienced a sense of disconnection from your faith. If you have ceased to pray, believe, or listen. The silence was not a sign of rejection. The preparation was considered sacred. She was whispering your name to the angels that were present behind the scenes. Additionally, they responded tonight. In the most beautiful way, strange things will begin to happen to you. There are songs that are played at the appropriate time. Individuals who unexpectedly contact you. The numbers continue to accumulate. Dreams that appear to be more reminiscent of memories. Additionally, your mother advises that you should not disregard those incidents when they occur. Give yourself permission to believe once more. As a result of the presence of heaven within you, things begin to change immediately upon your acceptance of this. I, Archangel Michael, now place my hand on your heart in a manner reminiscent of a gentle touch, a flutter, or a sudden surge of tranquility. I am placing a seal on your heart that indicates that this individual is a part of heaven. It will be illuminated by memories and light. Your narrative is ongoing. I am aware that your recovery is ongoing. Your mother's affection for you did not cease upon her passing, and this message was only the beginning. You will now transport her, not in sorrow, but in happiness. Not in pain, but in the presence of others. You are no longer solely her child. Her legacy is your life. From now on, she will accompany you wherever you go, even if you are unable to see her. Quiet, but not present. She is perpetually present. She said one final thing in a whisper, specifically for you. My beloved, you are still present. Please do not stop at this time. I will see you again, so continue on. I have been anticipating the opportunity to express this sentiment to you in person once more. I will hold you and say it at that time. Congratulations. I was always aware that you would fulfill all of my aspirations. Through the veil, her lips touch your forehead, and she departs. The entire sky bows down to your heart as I, Archangel Michael, spread my wings wide. This was not an error. This was a divine appointment. You are not the sole individual. Her presence lingers in the room, soft like the wind and profound like memory, resulting in a sacred silence. Not the absence of something, but the fullness, the stillness that is replete with the presence of being. It belonged to her, me, and God. Heaven is currently in a state of silence as it wishes to monitor your behavior. Observe how your soul absorbs this. Do I truly believe this as I observe your heart? Do I have the capacity to finally experience what I have been suppressing for an extended period of time? Indeed. Of course, you are permitted to do so, as she had been anticipating this moment, the one in which you abandoned the pretense that you were still seeking a sign. The sign is currently situated in this location. It is straightforward to comprehend. This voice emanating from beyond the veil was so powerful that it could have been produced by angels. She was not merely present to relive past experiences or to unlock the future. She arrived. She informs you that you are prepared, despite the fact that you are frightened and cry in silence, and despite the fact that you had reservations about everything prior to this. You are prepared because you are reading, feeling, and absorbing this information. Heaven exclusively transmits messages to souls that are prepared. I am Archangel Michael, and I would like to initiate a conversation with your spirit. Your name is blessed, your path is illuminated, and you are on the brink of a breakthrough. I am not publicly expressing a wish. It is a reality. In the days ahead, God has arranged a divine appointment for you. It is imminent, however, you are uncertain as to its timing or form. Your mother has already observed it. She wept upon viewing it, but it was not due to her sadness. Joy. She observed you smiling once more. Your laughter evolved into life. Your nights will be tranquil. She observed you enter a location, such as a house, room, or moment, and you subsequently understood that this is what she was referring to. She was preparing me for this. One's time does not expire when they transform into an angel, unlike ours. She has already observed your tomorrow, and it will be even more positive than you anticipate. The journey that lies ahead will be challenging. That was not the assurance. Nevertheless, it will be replete with divine timing, soul restoration, and grace that is unexpected. That is the assurance that was made. What she demonstrated to me was now visible to me. I have a matter to discuss with you. A container. a box that is closed in length. It is possible that it is genuine. It is possible that it is emotional. However, it contains memories, perhaps photographs. It is possible that they are letters. Pain is a possibility. She suggests that it is time to confront your grief rather than suppressing it. Healing does not entail forgetting. Rather than experiencing pain, you should experience tranquility when you recall. Subsequently, she asserts that heaven desires to grant you tranquility at this moment. You are not cursed. Bad luck is not your lot. We have not forgotten about you. You are being observed, guided, and transported. Are you aware that you have been engaged in battles that are invisible to others? You smiled when your soul was barely holding together, feeling as though no one truly understands the extent of your loss for days on end. You are currently receiving divine individuals, soul connections, and conversations that will rekindle your spirit. She informs him that you will recognize them by the way they make your heart feel, rather than by their appearance. You will detect my presence in them. Additionally, that may be her most exceptional gift. The void will be filled with love, light, and other individuals, which will help you begin to feel her again in a way that does not exacerbate it. This is the reason why it is imperative that you remain transparent. This is the reason you should not close your heart again, as the next love will be more healing than any other love you have ever experienced. Prior to your departure, I would like to offer you one final message from her, from heaven, and from the angels who are currently silently encircling you with their hands on their hearts in recognition of your journey. She expresses gratitude not for your perfection, but for your continuance. You did not cease. You persisted. You demonstrated affection regardless of your emotions. Even when you were experiencing a difficult day, you were present for others. All of it was observed by her. I had the option to love every day, every tear, and every day after the loss. And the heavens recorded it. Now, heaven is responding. I am the Archangel Michael. Once more, hunch over and proclaim, tell them they are secure. Inform them of your call. Inform them that they were selected. Naturally, no emotion, not even sorrow, can terminate a telephone call. Remember that the soft breeze you felt tonight, the sound of your name in the silence, the sight of her face in your dreams, or the memory of her handwriting were not all in your mind. That was her. This demonstrates that she continues to love and provide guidance for you. I am still present. Her supervision of you has not yet concluded. Not at this time. Never. I am now able to see her clearly. More connected to you than your breath, the stars, or your own heartbeat. Cry if necessary. Rekindle your optimism. Restore your ability to believe. This message was not sent solely for your contemplation. It was for the good of your soul. Your soul recalls all of heaven's positive statements. It is now time to move forward in love, peace, and light, always with her by your side. Certainly, we should pick up where we left off, with the same divine warmth, voice from heaven, and invisible hand reaching out to touch your heart. Your mother is still present, watching and waiting for you to understand the extent to which heaven is currently assisting you because she is still alive. She is aware that you have a wealth of knowledge. She is aware that your heart is overflowing, possibly to an extreme degree. However, she is also aware of it. You are now ready to receive the blessings you have been praying for silently for years. This goes beyond mere recuperation. Transformation is the term used in this case. This is the most profound level of spiritual repair. And it is falling from the sky like rain on a damaged landscape. You have not been exposed to water for an extended period of time, right? You exerted yourself, kept a positive attitude, and nodded in agreement as others spoke. However, until recently, one aspect of you had remained unaffected. She stated that the spiritual veil is less noticeable tonight. Tonight, your soul took a significant step toward divine reconnection, truth, and light that you were not aware it could take. It may not resemble fireworks either. Despite the absence of thunderous sounds, an internal force has been released. The weight is no longer present. Your mother noticed that an antique object had abruptly detached from you. The angels were overjoyed because the version of you she saw in her dreams when you were younger is now resurfacing. In joy, she raised her arms to the heavens. The individual who maintained the belief that miracles were possible. Spiritual, brave, and pure. They are as well. They consistently acted in this manner. Nonetheless, you are now ready to receive them. I'm speaking to you once more as Archangel Michael. However, this time it is not in the capacity of a guardian. Rather, it is a witness to your strength, pain, and private prayers. As I previously stated, inform them that heaven is aware of their name and resonates with it. Inform them that their names have been mentioned in public. Your name has been publicly recognized. It was your mother's statement upon entering the gates of eternity. She said your name as a prayer, hope, or promise. Heaven immediately gave her permission to return in spirit and guide you when the days became too dark to walk alone. That was the message. She was returning, but not in her physical body, but in a state of light. She has one last desire: to live. Lead a life that uplifts those around you. Do not simply offer forgiveness to others. Additionally, forgive yourself. You are not brave because you lack fear. You are courageous because you believe that heaven will catch every fall. Share each other's affection. A genuine love that captures your spirit. The type you are entitled to. She was always confident that you'd meet the right person. It's almost here. You're unaware of its proximity. She claims you'll know it when your heart stops beating and starts to slow down. It will not be difficult for you to decide. It will evoke feelings of familiarity. Additionally, refrain from manipulating it once it arrives. There's no reason to doubt it. Please stop believing that you are inadequate. Yes, you are. You've consistently been. She's been preparing your spirit to accept it. I'll leave you with one more moment. She simply bowed her head to pray. In reality, spirits can kneel in prayer, even in the celestial realm. She also completed that task for you. As she bowed, she thanked God for allowing her to speak tonight. It's as if she spoke this prayer into your life. Father, show them mercy. May they be blessed in their lives and dreams. Ensure their hearts are safe and restore their faith. Provide them with beauty in places where the world has harmed them. Allow them to feel me in every moment of light, every breeze, and on a daily basis. And if they start to doubt, tell them that I still love them, not for a moment. She smiled the same way. You have not seen that smile in a long time. The one you miss more than words can express. The person who consistently gave you a sense of security. She is currently smiling. And all of the angels in the world are standing behind her, watching your soul begin again. It was a beginning, not an end. You have finally arrived at the point of transition that your spirit has been anticipating. Therefore, it is important to remember this message. If necessary, you can replay the game. Return to it when the darkness falls. Because words are inadequate. It is a single occurrence in time. In light of this, she writes this letter to you with great sincerity. Certainly, we should continue this divine transmission. The energy remains strong, and heaven has not stopped communicating with you. Your mother is still standing in the realm of light, holding her hand over her heart and whispering, "Not yet." You may have assumed that this message was over. They still need another piece of information. Her forbearance is endless. She is aware of the ordeal you have faced. She understands that it takes time for your spirit to regain faith. Have faith in this. Have faith in oneself. To believe that this is more than just a collection of words, but a true, luminous source of light capable of penetrating the cracks of your damaged areas and restoring their sacredness. She's now addressing you as more than just your mother. In addition, she acts as your divine witness, intercessor, and protector. This is what she wants you to be aware of. She advises against hastening the healing process. Furthermore, delaying awakening is a bad idea. You've had enough of remaining silent. Your light has been concealed for an inordinate amount of time. I can sense the passion in you. You attempted to extinguish the flames in order to avoid causing inconvenience to others. However, you were never excessive. You were never unable to cope emotionally, spiritually, or otherwise. Your light was always on, whether or not you were aware of it. At the moment, her voice is gentle and full of nostalgia and optimism. She claims that you were beautiful when you were younger. Maybe not to everyone, but to her. She could tell this by the way you smiled, how you inquired about heaven despite your inability to speak, and how you treated the stars as if they were family. At the time, she thought you looked like an angel. Next, she noticed you returned to it. That is the main purpose of this correspondence. A resurgence. A return to the aspect of oneself that heaven desired before the world was amplified. Prior to the injury. Prior to any uncertainties. Fear preceded it. A part of you that is pure, wise, and brilliant has always been present. She goes on, the time has come to reclaim it. She understands how hard you've worked to keep the family together, be resilient, and bear their pain while concealing your own. What would happen if you let another person carry you for an extended period of time? She is currently inquiring about you. Return to the love in your life. What would happen? But not out of obligation, rather, it is because of grace. I'm the Archangel Michael. Please proceed once more. I've refrained from using my sword. It is lowered to show respect. And my words are like thunder, but they have the force of a heartbeat. There is no need to persevere in your next season. It refers to restoration. The restoration of God. In addition to your tranquility, you possess a sense of purpose. Is that a phrase your mother often muttered under her breath? They were meant to serve a greater purpose. She was aware. She was aware of the situation even though it did not go as planned. Despite the fact that the bills, schedules, and pain seemed to be identical. She is currently rescheduling her appointment. She says the following: performance is not the primary goal of your endeavor. Fame, perfection, and evidence are unnecessary. The key is to be completely present and let love in. Sharing one's authentic self with others. The world requires your light, just as you do. Furthermore, there is something beneficial because heaven serves both spiritual and practical purposes. She goes on to say that your chest pressure has been caused by a decision, a shift, a move, a conversation, or something significant that is weighing on your heart. She claims they are already aware of the proper course of action. They're just scared. However, I am present. They won't be able to do it alone. At that point, she whispers in a way that would make the stars cry, "I did not leave." Take that into consideration. She is present whenever you look up at the sky. Every time a feather touches you, she is close by. Every time you are distracted by a familiar scent, it is not by accident. Her soul is in contact with yours, letting you know that I am present. Please refrain from stopping, as she has not left. She transformed from a single body into a love that knows no bounds. You are also on the verge of significant development, not just in terms of your emotional, creative, relational, and spiritual abilities. Transforming oneself into a unique individual. It is not superior, but rather more liberating. One that is not based on other people's opinions, but rather on the authenticity of one's own identity when heaven can permeate one's being. She is extremely proud of your achievements. Impressive. It takes great courage to listen for such an extended period of time. I am extremely proud of you for continuing your business when it would have been more convenient to close. Your mood has shifted as a result of the current circumstances, though you may not have realized it. Your disposition has improved. Your soul has relocated. From this point on, the sensations will be distinct. The previously unnoticed signs will become apparent to you. Although they may be unfamiliar, you will begin to meet people who exude an aura of angelic grace. Your own voice will soon be heard again. The voice that was shaped by light rather than by pain. For the simple reason that your mother will be by your side throughout the process. Please return to this location whenever you start to feel doubt or fear, or when the silence becomes too loud. Return to this location, her voice, and the truth. There are no words to express the depth of my feelings for you. It is illogical to observe you. You are transported beyond your comprehension. She is with us in the next laugh, sunrise, or miracle as we observe, smile, pray, and whisper. You will never be alone, because you were never truly alone. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this profound truth. This message was not discovered accidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is extremely simple. However, it has the potential to transform your entire life. You will not only receive blessings if you follow it. By accepting this invitation now, you will have immediate access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the general public. These insights will be multiplied and applied to every aspect of your life.